Deep space was silent. Only distant stars moved slowly in the dark, like tiny burning eyes watching everything. Far away, a massive alien warship drifted out of control. Its name was Starpiercer, a Centurion defense cruiser known across the sector for its strength and speed. But now, it was dying. Warning lights flashed across every control panel inside the ship. Red signals filled the corridors. Engines were failing one by one. Power lines were breaking down. The ship shook every few seconds as if it could not hold itself together anymore. Captain Rex stood on the command bridge. He was tall, with metallic blue skin and 4 sharp eyes that scanned every screen at once. But even his trained mind could not find a solution now. "Status report," he shouted. An officer replied in a tense voice. "Main engine is collapsing. Automated repair systems are not responding correctly. We are losing plasma control." Captain Rex clenched his fist. This ship had survived many battles, but this problem was different. It was not an enemy attack anymore. It was internal failure, and the ship was slowly dying from inside. The Centurion engineers tried everything. Their AI repair systems were the best in the galaxy. They could fix almost anything in seconds, but not this time. Something was wrong in a way the machines could not understand. Outside the ship, space looked endless and empty. No help was near. No allied fleet, no rescue team, only one option remained. A weak signal system scanned nearby space stations. A human facility appeared on the map. Repair Station Delta 7. Captain Rex frowned when he saw it. "Humans," he said quietly. "Humans were new to the galaxy. Most species considered them primitive in engineering. They still used hands, tools, and manual inspection instead of full automation. Other alien captains often laughed at them. Why trust hands when machines are faster? Why learn when AI can calculate everything? But now, pride had no value. The ship was breaking apart. Captain Rex took a long breath. "Send distress signal to the human station," he ordered. The communication officer hesitated. "Captain, are you sure? Their methods are not advanced." Rex turned, his 4 eyes toward him. "We do not need advanced. We need alive." The message was sent. Inside Deep Space Repair Station Delta 7, the night shift was active. The station was large but simple. Metal corridors, bright lights, and loud machinery filled the space. Humans moved between repair bays, checking systems, and maintaining ships that came from different parts of the galaxy. Chief Engineer Tom Miller stood in the control room. He was experienced, calm, and always observant. After 20 years in space engineering, he had learned one thing: every machine breaks in its own way. But problems are always connected. Suddenly, an alarm beeped. Jack, his assistant, rushed to the radar console. "Sir, we just received a distress call." Tom turned slowly. "What kind of ship?" Jack checked the screen again. "Centurion warship. Heavy damage. Engine failure. Critical level." The room became silent for a moment. Centurion ships were powerful and rare. Humans had only seen a few since joining the galactic network. Tom stepped closer. "And they are requesting us?" Jack nodded. "Yes. Emergency docking request." Tom looked at the data carefully. The energy pattern was unstable. The damage was serious. If not fixed quickly, the ship would be lost. He gave a simple order: "Prepare Dock 4." Far in space, the alien warship slowly changed direction. Its massive body moved carefully toward the human station. Every movement felt heavy, like the ship was struggling just to stay alive. Inside, the crew watched with tension. Some aliens were nervous, others were doubtful. "Humans will not understand Centurion systems," one engineer said. But Captain Rex stayed silent. He remembered something he had heard before. Humans do not rely on perfect systems. They rely on understanding. Maybe that was what they needed now. The ship entered docking range. Magnetic clamps activated slowly, locking the damaged warship into position. At the same moment, inside the human station, Tom Miller and his team prepared. Their tools. No one knew what they would find inside that ship. But one thing was clear. This was not going to be a normal repair. And whatever was wrong with the alien warship might be something even their best technology had failed to understand. Tom looked at his crew and spoke calmly. Stay alert, observe everything, and don't assume anything works the way ours do. The airlock doors began to open. The airlock hissed slowly as it opened. Cold air from the alien warship rushed into the human docking corridor. The lighting inside the Centurion ship was dim, flashing red in short intervals. Every few seconds, the whole structure vibrated like it was holding its last breath. Tom Miller stepped forward first. Behind him, his repair team followed carefully. Jack checked his scanner again and again, but the readings made less sense the deeper they went. "This ship is unstable," Jack whispered, "but not in one place. It's everywhere." Tom did not answer. He was watching. Inside the alien warship, everything looked too advanced. Smooth metallic walls, floating data lines and energy systems that shifted like liquid light. But something was wrong. The system was too complicated, too layered, like it was trying to fix itself but getting lost in its own intelligence. Ahead of them, Captain Rex was waiting. The Centurion leader stood tall, his 4 eyes scanning the humans as they entered. His expression was serious but not hostile anymore, more like tired and uncertain. "Chief Engineer Miller," Rex said slowly, "our systems are failing faster than we can repair them. Automated protocols are no longer effective." Tom nodded once. "Then we turn them off." For a moment, the alien officers froze. One of them stepped forward quickly. "Turn off repair systems? That is impossible. They are designed to optimize healing." Tom looked at him calmly. Sometimes optimization becomes noise, too many corrections, and the real problem gets hidden. He walked toward the engine access chamber. Inside, the core of the ship was visible through a transparent plasma shield. It was a massive energy structure, but cracks of unstable blue light ran through it like broken glass. Alarms increased in speed. Jack looked worried. "Sir, if that core collapses, the whole ship will explode." "I know," Tom replied. Simply, he placed his hand on the control panel and began shutting down sections of the automated system one by one. The alien engineers were shocked. "Human, stop!" one of them shouted. "You are disabling emergency protection." Tom stayed focused. "I am removing interference." Slowly, the ship became quieter, not calmer, but clearer. Then something strange happened. A sudden pulse ran through the engine system. A hidden chain reaction activated. The earlier automated repairs had misread the damage and reinforced the wrong section of the plasma flow. Now that pressure had shifted, the instability spread deeper. Warning lights exploded across the chamber. Rex stepped forward. "What is happening?" Tom looked at the data screen. "This is what I was talking about," he said. "Your system was too smart. It tried to fix every small error at once. But the real damage was simple." He pointed at a thin structural fracture hidden under layers of repair material. "Here." Jack leaned closer. "That small crack caused all this." Tom nodded. "It changed the entire flow direction of the plasma. Your system kept correcting symptoms, not cause." The alien engineers fell silent. They had never considered that their advanced AI might be overthinking the problem. Suddenly, another alarm triggered. The automated system tried to restart emergency repairs on its own, but instead of fixing the issue, it increased energy feedback. The ship shook violently. Captain Rex shouted, "We are losing control!" Tom raised his voice for the first time. "Shut off all automation now!" Rex hesitated for a split second. then gave the command. The systems went dark. For a moment, everything stopped. No alarms, no automated voices, no repair protocols, only silence and unstable energy flowing dangerously through the engine core. Now the real work began. Tom opened his repair kit. It looked simple compared to alien technology. Wires, manual gauges, pressure tools, and basic sealants. The Centurion engineers stared at it in confusion. "This is your equipment?" one asked. Tom did not look up. "Yes." He attached a pressure gauge directly to the plasma conduit. The needle jumped instantly, showing unstable flow patterns. Jack started adjusting secondary controls manually. "Energy is pulsing irregularly," Jack said. Tom nodded. "Good. That means we can read it properly now." The alien systems had been too sensitive. They were reacting to thousands of micro changes instead of the real failure point. Humans were doing the opposite, ignoring noise and focusing on structure. Tom explained while working. "Machines try to solve everything at once. Humans slow it down. We trace the root." Captain Rex watched closely. For the first time, he saw something different. The humans were not fighting the system. They were understanding it. And slowly, the impossible chaos inside the engine chamber began to make sense. But the worst part was still ahead, because fixing the first crack had revealed something deeper, and the ship was about to show them a problem even the humans had never seen before in alien engineering. The engine chamber was silent again, but it was not peaceful silence. It was the kind of silence that comes after danger is controlled, but not fully gone. The main plasma core of the Centurion warship still glowed unstable blue. The first crack had been found and stabilized by Tom's team, but deeper energy distortions were now visible inside the system. Jack wiped sweat from his forehead. "Sir, the readings are still unstable. Something else is wrong beneath the main conduit." Tom did not answer immediately. He was watching the energy flow carefully. Now that the automated systems were off, the ship was finally showing its real structure. No noise, no interference. Just raw damage patterns. "This is not one problem," Tom said quietly. "It's a chain reaction that the machines kept hiding." Captain Rex stepped closer. His 4 eyes were fixed on the human engineer. For the first time in his career, he felt something unusual. Not fear of failure, but curiosity about how humans were thinking. "Can it still be saved?" Rex asked. Tom looked at him. "Yes, but not by fixing parts one by one." He pointed toward the core diagram. "We need to reset the balance of the entire system, not repair it. Understand it." The alien engineers exchanged confused looks. Their technology was built on precision automation. Resetting a full system manually sounded dangerous, almost reckless, but they had already seen what their machines had done. Jack brought a portable welding unit forward. "So what's the plan, sir?" Tom adjusted his gloves. "We rebuild the flow from the base structure, not the symptoms." He turned toward the damaged conduit lines. "Reroute the plasma pressure manually, stabilize it step by step." The Centurion engineers watched in silence as the humans started working again. No complex commands, no AI, calculations, just observation, adjustment, and physical control. And strangely, it worked better. The unstable energy pulses began to slow, but suddenly a second hidden failure activated. A deep feedback loop inside the ship's secondary systems triggered automatically. The Centurion AI had not fully shut down. It attempted emergency self-correction again. Warning lights exploded across the chamber. Captain Rex shouted, "It restarted itself." Tom reacted instantly. "Jack, cut secondary power lines now." Jack rushed to the panel and disconnected the energy loop manually. Sparks flew, and the system screamed through alarms before going silent again. The ship shook heavily. For a moment everyone thought it might collapse, but then something changed. The plasma flow stabilized slightly. Tom stepped back and looked at the pattern. "There it is," he said. Jack frowned. "What?" "The real problem," Tom replied. He pointed deeper into the system diagram. "Your AI kept repairing the wrong layer. Every fix added pressure to a deeper structural flaw. It created a hidden feedback loop." The Centurion chief engineer stepped forward slowly. "You are saying our most advanced systems made it worse?" Tom nodded calmly. "Yes, because they assumed they already understood everything." Silence filled the chamber. Even Captain Rex did not respond immediately. For Centurion civilization, automation was perfection. Machines were trusted more than intuition. But now, a human crew with simple tools had done what their entire system failed to do. Tom continued working. "Pass me the plasma sealant." Jack handed it over quickly. The repair became slower now, more precise. Every movement was careful. Every adjustment was based on direct observation, not prediction. The ship stopped shaking. The energy field slowly balanced. Then, finally, the core stabilized. A soft hum filled the engine chamber. Not an alarm, a stable sound. Captain Rex stepped forward slowly. All four of his eyes widened as he checked the system readouts. This is impossible," he said softly. "The efficiency is higher than original factory design." Tom packed his tools calmly. "It's not impossible," he replied. "You just needed someone to see the system without assumptions." Rex looked at him for a long moment. Something had changed in him, not just respect, but understanding. For the first time he realized humans were not primitive. They were different. They did not rely on perfect predictions. They relied on direct understanding of reality as it was, not as machines calculated it. As the repair crew prepared to leave the ship, the Centurion crew gathered near the docking corridor. The warship was now fully stable. Engines were running smoother than before. Internal systems were balanced beyond original performance. One of the alien officers spoke quietly. "We have advanced systems across the galaxy, but none of them could do what you did." Tom looked back. "Machines are tools," he said. "They help us, but they don't replace thinking." Captain Rex stepped forward. "When we first contacted your station," he said, "many of my crew believed humans were outdated." He paused. "Now I believe we were wrong." Tom gave a small nod. "Everyone starts by thinking they are advanced," he replied, "until something breaks in a way they don't expect." The airlock opened. The human crew returned to their station. Behind them, the Centurion warship slowly detached from Dock 4 and drifted back into space. But this time something was different. Its systems were not just repaired, they were improved, and the message began to spread across the galaxy. Slowly at first, then faster than light communication routes could carry it. Alien captains who once trusted only automated systems started changing course, not toward the biggest repair hubs, not toward the most advanced AI stations, but toward one place: Human Repair Station Delta 7. Because ships were not just being fixed there anymore, they were being understood. And understanding was something no machine in the galaxy had ever fully learned how to do.